Hey guys, Ben from Snowy's here. We're checking out the Darche Nebula 2400 swag here today. Brad from Canberra rode in yesterday, wanted to know a little bit more about it, so we're going to put a video together for you, show you how it works. If you do have any video requests on products that you want to know more about, fire us some questions, we'll see what we can do for you. Let's get started. So have a look at what's in the box of the Nebula. It's a little bit different than your normal swag, and then there's a number of components instead of it all being rolled up together. So we've got the main portion of the swag, the body, poles, quite a few poles here, get some pegs and some guy ropes, nice heavy duty storage bag made with good canvas, it's not going to fall apart, that one, and this here is a fly sheet which is made from a PU coated synthetic as opposed to the canvas. So let's show you how it all goes together. Nice heavy duty vinyl PVC floor. Let's go to ring it. So there's 3 poles for the Nebula 2400. There's two side hoops and a ridgepole that runs across the middle. So the 2 side ones have obviously got these elbows on them. So there's one there, and we've got one here, and the ridgepole, which actually comes in 3 sections. Pushbutton locking mechanism in the peak of the pole here just to keep it all in place. On both sides, and that's on the top peak of the pole. So we've laid the poles down now. We've got the 2 hoops on each side and the ridgepole that runs through the middle. We won't put the ridgepole together yet because we've actually got to pass the ridgepole through the hoop and then put this on the other side. So let's put it together. So we've got the frame roughly in place. We just need to attach the swag to it. So each corner's got a pin. Goes into the bottom of each pole, like so. Do that on all 4 corners. So that's the 4 corner pins in place. We will actually extend these legs eventually, but I might clip the fly or the swag to the frame before we do that, just to keep it a little bit lower, a bit easier to work with then. So just go around and put all these sequins in place. Before I get too high here, I might unzip the door and clip the ridge clips in first. It's just going to make it easier to reach than trying to reach over the top of the tent. Just notice when I extend this ridge pole out that this clip's a little far over, so probably worth noting that when you set yours up, make sure that there's a clip on each side of the orange extension clamp there, like so. Now we've got a nice tight ridge, which simply loops over the end of the ridge pole. We'll tighten that up. There's one of these on both ends, so we'll do the same thing to the other side. So that's the frame in place. We'll just extend the legs to bring it to full height now. So that's the last pole extended. Probably looks a little bit loose at the moment. Ideally, when you've got pegs in place, obviously it's all a bit tighter. We can't put pegs on the floor in the shop here. But we're starting to get a pretty good idea of what the tent looks like. Let's open up some of the windows, show you what it looks like inside. So we've opened up all the doors and windows of the Nebula 2400 for you, so you can get an idea of the accessibility and ventilation of the swag. Essentially there's 2 large doorways and 2 windows. They can all be opened up completely, so you could walk in from any side of the tent. It's all really heavy duty mesh, insect proof mesh, so keep those bugs out on warm nights or zip it up completely on a cold or stormy night. There's also a couple of vents on the front here, also with the same mesh, that have a flap that can be zipped closed. So tons of ventilation in the Nebula 2400. As for height, I'm about 186 centimetres. If I stand up in the middle of the tent, my head's just touching the peak, so standing room for all but the tallest of people in this one. The only thing we haven't talked about is the fly sheet. You'd use the fly to reduce condensation on particularly cold nights, or if you are stuck out in a lot of really wet weather, you might want to throw it over the top just to keep the moisture out. The swag itself is waterproof without the fly. This just gives it an extra level of protection. Tons of pegs that come with the swag as well. So the fly attaches really easily. There's little metal hooks that attach on loops in the canvas here, Velcro that goes around the poles, and brass eyelets that go over the ridge pole at the end here. It does have extra fabric to extend out as an awning, to the front of the swag, so you can have a little bit of extra living space. You'll need optional poles. These aren't included with the swag. You can get these pretty much anywhere, just a pole with a spigot on the end, something around 190 centimetres, 230 centimetres, depending on how high you want it. A couple of those, and the extra guy ropes that are included with the swag, and you've got yourself an awning at the front. So that's the Nebula 2400. More of a tent than a swag, but something a bit different.